Alright, so this is my first video, and I was planning on doing something a little bit different and having an introductory video to my channel, but decided that I'm just gonna wing it. So, yeah, this is Through the Haze. I'm gonna be trying to expose as much as I can about this world and about our reality as it is. With this first video, I'd like to start it out by giving a shout out to the people who have helped me open my eyes to all this battle between light and dark that's happening in our world as we speak. Beginning with that shout out, and this is in no particular order, these are just the way you guys are listed in my subscriptions. I thank you all equally. But we're gonna start out with Dabu7. Dabu7, he's very, very good with what he does. He reports from the ground a lot of the time. I mean, he was just in those Black Lives Matter rallies. He wasn't with them, marching with them, but he was recording alongside, and he was showing you what was actually taking place, not just newscasting. He's very good at what he does. Again, this guy is very, very smart. I advise you subscribe. Richie from Boston. This guy's got a heart, man. He's an unbelievable guy. Again, all these people are. They're unbelievable. But this guy, he is, I'd like to say he's one of the best. I saw recently here, he makes what they call bug out bags, and it's basically a survival kit. And he recently, I guess he met up with some guy that lives quite a ways away from him, from what I heard. And he met up with him and sold him one of these survival kits that he put together. And I mean, this is the type of stuff, like, he spent his time and effort to go across the states, wherever, across a state, whatever. Spent his time and effort to go and give something to somebody that they may possibly need in the future to survive with. That's just one of the things. I mean, he's an all-around very, very good guy. Again, I advise you subscribe to him. I advise you check out all these people's videos. Like, they're wonderful people. Anyways, thank you, Richie. Thank you, Dabu. Now, Truth Unveiled, yet again, another very, very good guy. Very smart. Again, these guys, some of them have different viewpoints, and some of them have the exact same. I mean, it differs. It's, everybody views something in their own light, and I've got to say, this guy is very, very smart as well. Again, thank you very much, Truth Unveiled. Enter the Stars. I've got to say, Enter the Stars was from what I can remember, the first person to really, really hook me into this. Not necessarily hook me. Don't take that the wrong way. He opened my eyes to some unbelievable stuff, you guys. This guy he is on another level when it comes to this. I mean, he covers so much when it comes to numerology, things from biblical depictions to symbology, to you name it. This guy's got it all, and he is good at what he does. Let me tell you, like, half of the stuff that I come up with is because of him, and I wouldn't be able to do it without him. I mean, he's opened up my eyes to the point where I mean, I can now come up with this stuff, and I can figure this stuff out without a problem anymore. And I thank you once again. Thank you, Casey. Enter the Stars. Thank you very much. For Yahweh, this woman is very, very smart. I'm telling you right now, she when it comes to scripture, and again, this is gonna come as odd to some of the people who have known me in the past, and I say in the past because I'm not the same as I was back then. She breaks down scripture like no other. I mean, this is unbelievable. Some of the, I cannot believe, and I haven't watched a couple of these videos, and I just got to this channel. I've gotta really delve into this stuff, and I'm finding my own way through this journey as well. So I mean, at the moment, I'm just taking everything for what it is, and I'm trying to find the truth. And you know what? She's been showing me a lot and opening my eyes to a lot, and I mean, and again, these people, all of them, like, no one person is better than any other. These are all equally great, amazing people, and I thank each and every one of them. For Yahweh, thank you. Russian vids. Now, this guy, he he points out a lot. A lot of people, I mean, everybody has their own opinion. A lot of people have, from what I've seen, have bashed this guy, have, you know, said some what, harsh things about this guy. But you know what? From what I've seen, I think he's pretty smart. He's pointing out some pretty crazy stuff that most people don't. And once again, thank you, Russian vids. I thank you for this. I mean, with this video, you pointed out something, and I went on a rampage. Yes, you can. Yeah, it's Simpsons. All this programming, it's so ridiculous. But yeah, thank you again, Russian vids. Thank you. And bear with me through this whole thing, guys, because, I mean, we're going to get to my point of this video, and I think I'll be able to open some eyes already. See Irvana, I don't really know too much about, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that name right either, so I apologize if I'm not. I really don't know too much about this woman. Excuse me. She's got another channel, See Irvana 2, I believe it's called. And both the channels are good, and I should actually subscribe to the other one, because I don't think I am. I just had to create a new YouTube channel and whatnot. But she's very, very smart. Once again, just another person bringing to light what most people wouldn't ever see, and this is what we need in this world. We need more people bringing this to light so people can see it for what it is, and so we can come together as, and when I say come together, I don't mean in a globalization format or an idea of that, you know. I mean, we are all, if you want to put it this way, we are all God's children, and we should act as such. I mean, we shouldn't, oh God, with all this chaos and whatnot going on, like, we should be able to think past this and see things for what they are, and see these staged events and these false flag events, whatever you want to call them. We should be able to see these for what they are and actually do something about it. Maybe bring this to light so down the road, before these events happen, we can maybe do something and prevent these events from happening. Because some of these guys, like, 2 days from now, there's gonna be something major happening, and I'm gonna get into that in this video. But I mean, this stuff been in play for a long time, and we're just starting to all pool together our knowledge and bring it to the light. So once again, See Irvana, thank you very much. You guys subscribe to these people, check them out, you know, share their videos, like their videos. I haven't been, pretty bad with not liking videos. I just go through each and every one, and I'm sure that brings negativity to some people. But anyways, Sirvana, thank you very much. You're very, very good at what you do. And again, if any of these people that I'm bringing up, if you guys have, like, if you see this and you don't want your name spread or something, you know, if I'm doing this and I shouldn't be, tell me, please. I will take the video down, edit it, whatever I have to do. Like, I'll figure something out. I will abide by what you guys prefer. You know, I don't want to infringe on anybody. Anyways, Photo Helix now. Photo Helix, he's all I can say is these people are good people. Deep down in their heart, these are people who know right from wrong and know good from evil, and these people I don't believe are evil. Call it what you will, call me what you will, I mean, it doesn't matter, whatever, I mean, he says it all right here. This is his description. If you forget me, you've lost nothing. If you forget God, you've lost everything. This man's a good guy. I mean, he's not a bad guy. I've heard some bashing going on against him. This man is smart too. He's one of the people who opened my eyes to this whole quantum effect that's going on. I won't call it the Mandela effect, as everybody, well, he calls it quantum. I don't call it the quantum, or the Mandela effect, sorry. I mean, I'm sure people have, that's how that whole thing started. I believe it's more of a quantum shift. It's more of a shift in our reality, and it's not necessarily, I don't know, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into the Mandela effect, the quantum effect right now, but, this guy's smart, he's good at what he does, and from the looks of things he got, yeah, he's a good guy. Anyways, scariest movie ever. I believe this guy also has a channel, KJR, yeah, right there, wow, KJ Osborne. This guy's, once again, very, very good at what he does. I applaud. And I thank you for everything you're bringing to light. I've watched these videos, I don't know why they're not, like, most of these videos I've seen, you guys, I don't know why they're not popping up as watched. But anyways, oh, that was my old YouTube account, sorry. I digress. This guy is very, very smart. I mean, this is another person pointing out things that we normally wouldn't see, and this is what we need, you guys. More and more of this needs to be brought to light. And I'm not necessarily saying that people should delve into this stuff and research it and, you know, think it's cool or anything. This stuff is not cool, you guys. This keeps us under control, and not only under control, not that control is necessarily always a bad thing. But when it is leading to genocide across nations, and when it is leading to ultimately concentration camps being placed in countries and whatnot, it's not a cool thing. It's not a good thing. It's not, you know, all this boils down to pretty evil stuff. And when you look at the roots, it is very, very evil stuff. But anyways, this is yet another person who brings to light the evil in our world. And, yeah. Thank you, scariest movie ever. Thank you, Photo Helix. If I didn't thank you already. A call for an uprising. This guy is very good at what he does as well. Although, sometimes, I say, and sometimes this stuff gets the best of me too, and I've got to say, I get frustrated, or not necessarily frustrated, I get worked up, and, as Mike Nappa would say, and when I get worked up, I raise my voice a little bit, or, you know, I don't necessarily I don't know, I just try to get my point out there more, because sometimes, sometimes I think, and it makes a little bit of sense, certain people are different than others. Sometimes you need to be a little more stern with your word, I think. I don't know, could be wrong, but, I've noticed that, Call for an Uprising, he's a little bit more stern with his word, but this guy, like I said, all these other people, these guys are very smart, and they know what they're doing, and they know how to do this stuff, and how to just, it's in everything, you guys. I mean, this boils down to our very language, the letters and the words, and the creation of our, everything about this. This is human history, as it is. Like, this is, and we're just all breaking it down, this truth community, if you will, if you want to call it that. Thank you, Call for an Uprising. Again, very good at what you do. Now, this guy, Bernie Trump perspective. This kid, I can't call him a kid, I'm pretty sure he's older than me, but either way, this guy he's unbelievably smart when it comes to all of this stuff. I mean, this boils down to, like I said, numbers and letters, and it's numerical meanings of words and everything. Like, this is programmed. We live in a matrix. We live in, creation, if you will. And Bernie Trump perspective, man, don't be fooled by his name. He's very, very good at what he does. Again, just like when it comes to symbology and stuff, check these two out if you really want to know what I mean by numerical meanings of words and whatnot. Again, these guys are all very good at what they do, but this guy's very, wow. Wow. Thank you, Richie from Boston, for pointing this towards me. This guy is smart, and I apologize for calling you all this guy and that woman, and, but, I've just got to get the word out, you guys. I feel that I should be doing my part to share your word, or not necessarily your word, but your information with others, and, thank you. Bernie Trump perspective, I don't know your real name, I don't know most of you guys' real names, but thank you all. Thank you, Bernie Trump perspective. I'm gonna start calling you BTP. Anyways, moving on. Be rich. Now, be rich, you guys, like I said, these guys they're people with hearts, they're people with actual love and hope for our human society and our human race as it is. I mean, we can pool together our knowledge, we can pool together our manpower, our, everything that we have. If we come together across this, I mean, think about the technology we have right now. I can make this video showing you all these channels, and they can afterwards search up my video, watch it, see that I shouted them out, and I'm reaching across a country right now. Most of these guys live in the States, and I live here in Alberta. Lethbridge, Alberta. Good old Deathbridge. Methbridge. Anyways, sorry. Anyways, be rich. These guys are using this YouTube community for what it is meant to be used for the public. I just saw that there was a flood in West Virginia, and it was a massive flood. I mean, I guess there was something like a 5-hour storm. And again, I live in Alberta, up here in Canada. I live quite a ways away from this stuff, but I felt like I was part of it. It's odd how certain things can really bring out emotions and feelings in you. human minds and human beings are just, we're a curious race, that's for sure. Anyways, there was a flood in West Virginia, and it was a 5-hour storm, I believe. Flooded up to like 4.5 feet. I mean, there's videos, this guy, B-Rich, and Richie from Boston, and Dabu7, and there's another one too, I can't remember who, I'm sorry, To Be Free, yeah, To Be Free. They grouped together, and K Small, I believe, I'm not too sure. They grouped together, and they opened a GoFundMe, I believe, and they ended up, or separate GoFundMes, I'm not too sure, but they all pooled together all the money that they raised, all the supplies that they raised, everything that they raised, pooled together all their supplies and resources. They got 3 flatbed trucks, or 3 flatbeds together, and loaded up supplies, water, I think they had, like, in one flatbed, over 100 pairs of shoes, just random items that would be needed in a crisis of some sort. And they went down to West Virginia, and mind you, these guys aren't from West Virginia. I'm not too sure. I mean, Richie from Boston, obviously, I'm pretty sure that's blatantly clear where he's from. I'm not 100%. That could, whatever. But anyways, they pooled together their time and effort, their money, everything that they raised. Richie from Boston, I believe, from what I heard, I might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, drove over 1,800 miles to get to West Virginia. Like I said, I might be wrong on that. But if not, this is incredible. They all drove over to West Virginia with all this supply relief, flood relief supplies and everything, and when they got there, their plan was to pass this out amongst the survivors, if you will, the carnaged town. They decided to hand out all these supplies to them. Well, they got there, and this is from what I saw. This is from the live streams that I was seeing and everything. They got there, and I guess, from the news too. I guess everybody around that they bumped into on the streets of West Virginia, they weren't from West Virginia. They weren't. They were from out of town. They were basically every single person that they bumped into on the streets. They were all volunteers from out of town, doing the exact same thing that B-Rich, Richie from Boston, I believe To Be Free, and I'm not too sure, but I believe K-Rich was also, or K-Small, sorry, K-Rich. They were all doing the same thing that these guys were doing. And they found it odd, and I kind of found it odd too as I was watching this cast, because you saw that there was no residents of this town anywhere. Like, it was like they vanished or something, it was weird. It was a ghost town. Well, sure enough, they ended up, they're walking down the streets and stuff, and they see, first off, they're videotaping the water level, like the stain of the water level on the windows and stuff. It was high, you guys. Like, it flooded the whole town. Like, cars were moved and whatnot. Like, basically every home was just destroyed. Like, everything it was just carnage. Anyways, they're walking down the streets and they see these orange X's on the doors, spray painted on these resident homes and whatnot. And this, if you know anything about the Hurricane Katrina incident there, I believe the military or FEMA, I'm not too sure which, I'll have to upload a video on it later on. Again, this isn't part of that, but just trying to get through this. FEMA was going through and they were marking off which houses were to be condemned and which were safe to live in again or whatever, right? Well, I guess these X's have a meaning. Like, if you picture an X now, there's a space in between the two lines at the top, on the sides, and on the bottom. Well, on the top and on the left side, I think, in between the two lines they'll have a certain number, and say it was 4 above and 4 on the side, and 0 on the side. I believe that means that, and it was a black X, I believe. I'm not too sure. Orange X, black X. There's 2 different color X's. I can't remember fully how this went down, but 4 on the top means that there's 4 dead. 0 on the left means that there's 0 remaining or alive. So 0 survivors. So I believe that's what it meant. Well, as they're walking through West Virginia, they see all these X's on the doors, and they also see FEMA rolling through, and they also see the National Guard rolling through. Well, they get to this point where they can see military or National Guard walking up to the doors, and they're the ones spray painting these X's on the doors. Well, they also found out that the residents of this seemingly ghost town, they were being held at what I believe was called Greenbrier Golf Course, or Briar Hills Golf Course, something like that. I can't remember what it was. But they were being held at this golf course by the military and FEMA and whatnot. But it wasn't like they were being held against their will, I don't think. I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't there. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I speculated. They were being held at this Greenbrier golf course to be accommodated from the flood. And I guess each and every person who had insurance, I believe that's how it went, or didn't have insurance, or anyways, these families were accommodated. Each residence, I believe it was accommodated with $33,000. 33. Now, if you know anything about Skull and Bones Society, or anything about anything when it comes to a conspiracy theory, if you will, if you want to label these as such, that is the number depicting the Skull and Bones Society and whatnot. That's the number. I don't know the exact terminology for all these things. Like, I'm still learning it myself, but that's a Freemason number. It all links down to that, boils down to that. Well, that's where these citizens were being held, these residents, these survivors who were being held in those places again. And hold on, let me just check if this is still broadcasting. Okay, good. So, I thought that was pretty weird. I mean, with all this stuff that you have going on, with all the militarization of police across the United States, and how the UN, the United Nations, is rolling through the states, and how we've got just all this stuff going on, and it's particularly in the States. And you know what, I live in Canada, and I've come to terms with the fact that anything that goes on in the States, at some point, whether or not it's the next day or a couple of years down the road, whatever, at some point, whatever happens to the States happens to us. It happens. I mean, we're basically under their control. I mean, look at Justin Trudeau. Oh, I've got some stuff on him that I can... Oh. This whole thing is just, it's orchestrated, it's all the same thing. So, you have all these, corporations and militarizing the police and whatnot. And then you have the recent shutdown last year of all those Walmarts across the states, and it was all in a big mass area and stuff. And all this stuff shutting down for plumbing and electrical, and it wasn't just Walmarts either. There was Targets and like that Target store and a couple others, and it's unbelievable. I mean, these places are being shut down for plumbing and electrical problems and just random problems like that, and nobody is questioning it except for the people that are putting out these videos from these small towns where these Walmarts and whatnot are being closed down. And they're putting out these videos in panic. I mean, most of these supermarkets aren't even like, most of these supermarkets are all they have to get food and whatnot. Walmart comes around in a small town city, small town. That's that's the only source of, your groceries and whatnot. If that gets taken away, what what's to come? Like, I could see that inciting panic no matter what. And I mean, they've got all these mass shutdowns, and you can search it up yourself. I'm not telling you what's what. You search it up yourself, and you tell me what's what. Anyways, you see all these Walmarts being shut down, and you see all the cops swarming them, and you see military actually rolling up to some of these, and you see barbed wire fences being put up around these Walmarts and stuff. And I mean, right in the name of Walmart itself, flip the word wall, you got law, law, martial law. I mean, it's whatever. That's whatever. Like I said, this stream isn't about that. I mean, I'm getting a little bit off topic here, but this is just the type of things that are going on in our world right now, and we really have to put our minds together and figure this stuff out, you guys, because it's unbelievable. But anyways, I digress. Back to what I was saying. These guys, Richie from Boston, Be Rich, and Pay Small, and To Be Free, and they went, and I'm sure there's others too. I mean, Dabu 7 was covering it and stuff. They went over to West Virginia, and they helped out the people there, and they cleaned up a lot of the stuff. They did a lot to help, and I applaud them for it. I mean, that takes some courage. That takes heart. That's what we should all be doing. And that's what I hope to be doing at some point here. I hope that I can do the exact same thing, and I can be out there with each and every one of you guys. If you guys see this, man, you've inspired something bright inside of me. And I mean, it's not just you guys either. You've inspired me to look in places where I find the light too. And I thank you for it, you guys. I mean, you bring goodness to this world, and we need a lot of that. But anyways, Be Rich, Richie from Boston, thank you for doing that for the citizens of West Virginia. I applaud you guys. That takes something most wouldn't do. Now, a couple others that I was thinking of as I was going through this, and I've actually got to subscribe to this guy myself. Oops. Montgraph. I believe this guy's name is Monty. Well, this guy is smart. Like I said, call him what you will, whatever. I don't know the background. This is just, you know what, if you guys see these videos, and if you guys, like, I don't know you personally. I don't know any of you personally. I'm just saying what I see, and this is, like I said, this is all speculation. I see this, and I thank you guys for all you do. I mean, this is bringing light, whether or not it's the truth, which it is. I mean, it's blatantly clear. We have the evidence, but I mean, whether or not people have bad backgrounds or whatever, if they're doing things like this is trying to help the public. This is trying to help a cause. This is trying to bring light to situations that are really, really bad. Man, I don't know. I really don't know how else to explain this, but I thank you, Montegraph. You're a smart man. You've pointed out some things, especially with this panda thing. I mean, look at the places that are being targeted for these Black Lives Matter rallies right now, and look at what you pointed out. I mean, all this stuff, it's unbelievable, you guys. It's so easy to just point out and come on, like, it's so unbelievable. But anyways, yeah, I don't know why I wasn't subscribed already. There you go, man. Again, guys, these guys are good. I mean, hey, and you know what? I've done some things in my past that aren't too good. And I think that you, I think deep down inside, each and every person on this planet knows good from evil. I think we know right from wrong. I think it's all within us. And I think that you will find that if you want to. If you don't, then you won't. That's just as simple as plain as can be. I mean, it can pop out as much as it wants to you, and it can be right in your face as much as you want it to be, or as much as it wants to be. But you can't hide from the fact that deep down inside you know, like everybody knows, man. You are born with good and evil inside of you, I believe, or you're born with good, and either way, you're born with good in you. And I know for a fact that each and every person on this planet can find that good, no matter how evil these people are, even the most evil, even the ones, and it would take a lot of repenting, it would take whatever, like, I don't even know what it would take, but even the most evil in this world can turn themselves around. I believe it. It's funny, I used to, before I wanted to do this, before this, I wanted to rap. I was rapping. I was writing lyrics, and you know what? I'm good at it. Don't get me wrong. Like, who knows? Maybe I'll even write a song at some point. I'll have to really figure out if it's good or not, but like good for the world or not. But I used to, and I barely even do anymore. But I used to rap and whatnot, and I believe that no matter what, we all have it in us, and I kind of lost where I was going there. Sorry, guys. We all have it in us, and yeah. I don't know what was going on. Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought. If I get back to it, I will, but I'm moving on, because I think I've done enough talking about all this. There's good and evil, but you've got to find the good and overcome the evil, and I remember. Sorry. So, yeah, I came up with this little acronym for change. The word change. CHANGE. I came up with constant happiness alters negatively gathered energy. And that I came up with I think it was a couple of years ago now. I can't even remember. But, yeah, that's what this is what I'm saying. It's finally coming to light for me. I'm finally realizing what I was saying back then and why I've always thought deep down inside that there's something wrong. You know, I finally know, and I finally can explain what's going on, you know, and it's, like I said, it's unbelievable. But, anyways, all these guys, I recommend and I suggest that you subscribe to each and every one of them. If I think of more down the road, I'll probably start mirroring some of these videos that they do as well, so I'm not just putting this out like everybody else. So, like, I can share some of their videos, let you guys see what they're doing and how they do it, and you'll see that this is just, it's everywhere around us, you guys. Alright, so I want to talk about this image. I want to talk about, there's me and my girlfriend, beautiful, beautiful woman. Alright, I want to talk about this image. This is from iPetGoat 2, and you know what? Personally, if you're not going to break this stuff down and pick apart these certain things, I don't suggest that you look into this stuff, because it just brings that negatively gathered energy. Like I said, it brings that into your life, and it hinders you from experiencing the good. It hinders you from seeing through the light. It hinders you from seeing through the haze. This video has a lot of satanic depiction. It has a lot of just messed up things in it. But from my research and what I've come up with, I've got a theory on this very image right here. Now, this video is mostly going to be, this part of the video, sorry, is mostly going to be directed towards Enter the Stars and Bernie Trump Perspective. All those channels that I just showed to you guys. That's what I'm going to be trying to share this with, or that's who I'm going to be trying to share this with, along with all of you guys. But I'm just jumping right into everything right now, and into this. I haven't explained any of this for the people that I'm trying to spread this light to. I haven't explained any of this yet, so it's gonna be kind of odd, but just bear with me here. Whether or not you understand this stuff, you'll see something is odd about this whole thing right now, that this image will be brought to light to you. Anyways, this image is from iPad Goat 2, and if you see right here, I stopped it at exactly, and to get this frame, you have to stop it at a perfect time between the time of 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Like, in that time, you have to pause it at a certain frame. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, 2 minutes and 33 seconds, right? Keep that in mind, because there's more. There's more. Now, you go to this Together2016 website, that this is the event that's going to be happening in 2 days that I was talking about at the start of this video. This big event that's going to be going down. And read right there. For those of you just newly discovering all this stuff, read right there. We believe Jesus changes everything. Our generation is the most cause-driven in history, but our causes are pulling us apart. Even religion doesn't unite. We believe only Jesus can bring us together. July 16th, 2016 is the day our generation will meet on the National Mall to come together around Jesus in unified prayer, worship, and a call for catalytic change. Okay, my cat's meowing. She's trying to bring this stuff to light too. Anyways, this isn't good, you guys. Now, as a Christian just tuning in, if you're a Christian, if you're religious of any sorts, and you're just tuning into this, don't look at this as something good. And I'm not just, don't take my words the wrong way. I'm saying that this, if you know anything about anything, man, this isn't good. It's not, if you have a Bible right next to you, please, do me a favor and search up Revelation, chapter 16, verse 16. 16:16. Search it up, please. And do me a favor and just comment below what you think that whole link that I just pointed out there means. Anyways, this isn't good, you guys. They want to, as you can see right here, Jesus, will you reset my reality, mindset, and I have this picture saved, and I'm gonna bring it up in a sec here, but and I'm gonna explain something crazy to you guys. But anyways, this is it's not good, and we shouldn't be looking at this as something that's good. And this many people that are supposedly attending this already, or supposedly signed up as of this website to be going, that's not good, man. This isn't, okay, Ivy, you gotta calm down, honey. This is something else, you guys. I mean, we shouldn't really be excited about this. We should be trying to expose this for what it is. I mean, look at that down there. That's 666-999 or 69, the year 69 that we are in. But anyways, that's another thing that I will get to at a different point in time. Now, as I said, to get to this image right here, you have to go to 2 minutes and 33 seconds into this video and stop it at the perfect frame. Well, you go to Together, or Reset 2016, that's what the website domain name is, but it's Together2016, it just gets redirected here, I'm pretty sure. Can't remember, but anyways, it's the first thing you Google, if you Google Together 2016. Anyways, click on the play button here, and I'm not gonna play that. I'll let you guys. I'll break it down for you at a different time, or maybe I'll just mirror Enter the Stars' video about it. But anyways, this is 2 minutes and 33 seconds long. This Fill the Mall video that this website posted up. Now, there's your link right there. But anyways, another thing with this, I think it's fill them all, not fill the mall. Fill them all. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, bear with me. You go back to this now, and now that I just pointed that out for you, one sec, I'll go to this. You got this. You go over here. Now you scroll down to this picture, and this picture has been puzzling a lot of people now. And by doing some research, I believe I've kind of figured out some of the symbolism with what's going on in this picture. Now, if you know anything about numerology and stuff, I guess 5 symbolizes God's grace, or grace. That's what it symbolizes, the number 5. Now, that could be wrong. I don't know. This is what I'm going off of. The information is there. You guys can delve into that if you want. I'm just going off of what I've heard over and over and over, and like it makes sense. I'll do a video about the Bible at some point too. I mean, I've got one of my own then, and you know what? I don't necessarily think that every Bible is published by a publishing company. I don't necessarily think every Bible tells the truth, or like maybe not, you know. I believe they've got to put it out there. I'm not saying that the Bible is a lie, don't get me wrong. I believe in good and evil. Like I said, I believe there's good and evil in each one of us, and like I said, we know, if you know good, I mean, personally, I don't think that God is going to mistake you for using the wrong, if he's an all-forgiving person, whatever, or entity, whatever you want to call him. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound negative about this or anything. I'm just saying, this is my speculation on this subject. If he's an all-forgiving entity or whatnot, then why would he, I don't think, if you got the name wrong I think if you know deep down inside that you're linked to something good and you try to pursue that, I think you'll find the good. I don't think that you have to do a certain thing to get to a certain, you know, I don't believe that. So when I read the Bible, when I read my scripture and whatnot, I don't necessarily take it as this is what you have to do, and if you don't do it, you're going to be banished to hell forever or something. I don't necessarily believe that. What I believe is, you know good from wrong, or right from wrong, and if you do right, you just gotta do right and do good in this world. And the accumulation of that, like I said, constant happiness alters negatively gathered energy. It's just change. It's, you know, Each of us has to make some change. But anyways, I digress. Get back to this. 5 equals grace. You go back to this. What do you have right there? Now, if anybody knows what that means, that is the Ouroboros, or Ouroboros. That's how, I'm pretty sure it was called for an uprising, pronounces it Ouroboros. Now, it's the serpent, or dragon, serpent in this case, eating its own tail. Now, I did some, and it derives from the Greek language, aura, meaning tail, and boros, meaning eating, thus he who eats the tail. So you got that there, and one thing I noticed, this symbol is everywhere. This is everywhere, and if you notice, when you click something, when you're loading something, if you notice, that is the symbol that you have floating next to your cursor. It's the loading, it's time loading, right? Well, Ouroboros, I'm just going to quickly do a quick description of that. I'll get into it in a different video more in depth, because there's a lot to do with Saturn that I want to get into, but anyways. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Headphone users, I apologize. Anyways, serpent who eats his own tail. In the Bible, I believe, I can't remember what verse it is, it says something about God told the serpent to lay on its belly and eat dust for the remainder of its life. Now, quickly, the rings of Saturn, many people believe Saturn is a depiction of Satan. Now, or not necessarily a depiction of Satan, like, it has ties into that. I mean, you got the 6-sided hexagon on Saturn, that storm that's going on, and then you got that eye of Saturn on Saturn, and then you got the F ring being the most outer ring of Saturn. F is 6 in our alphabet. So, you know, you got the 6th ring, or the 6th ring on Saturn with the 6-sided hexagon, with the eye of the storm, or the eye of Horus, or the eye that it is symbolized everywhere. Well, you got that. But that F ring is basically the serpent eating its own tail, if you think about it, because I'll get into it in a different video, like I said, but this, it's everywhere. Now, it's Ouroboros. Now we go back to this. And what do we see here? We see Ouroboros around grace. And I'm going to pull this picture up. There you go. Now, you can clearly see that that's the word grace. Like, it's Ouroboros around the word grace. And there's writing there, and if I could see it, I would tell you what it says, but I'm not too sure. It looks like E, I don't know. Plan in exchange for yours. Okay, anyways. Look at this, guys. Like, I can't make this up. This is basically the serpent coiling itself around God's grace. Now, if you didn't think that's weird enough, if you think I'm stretching there, let me show you this. Now, 5 means grace, right? This picture right here, I've downloaded it or saved it as an image, and you can see that I cut the whole thing, like here. I'll even show you if I didn't alter the image whatsoever. It's just this, if you can see the white edges around there, I just took it from YouTube, and then, you know, that's all I did. I actually used Paint to do that. I'm really behind on my technology skills here, but anyways, took this, and actually Enter the Stars, I should actually point it out quick. I'm gonna do this quickly, you guys, just so you guys can learn more about this certain topic that I'm bringing up here. Where is it? Okay, right here. Now, he does a video on this, and he nails so much, you guys. Like, this is unbelievable what he can. Casey, I apologize if you don't want me using your real name. I apologize, but Casey, you are very smart, man. I thank you so much for the things that you do for us. I mean, without your help, we wouldn't be putting this to light. We wouldn't. It's unbelievable. But anyways, check this out, you guys. Now, I noticed this in his video when he was
and move this over.
Oops, sorry, you guys. Sorry, Casey. He was pointing out that this Washington monument that Together2016 they're going to be praying in front of this Washington monument. He points out that this looks like those, and it does. By God, it does. You see that, and that's as close as I can get it. I mean, and you gotta keep in mind, iPet Goat, I mean, it was released on this channel in December 31st, 2013. It was originally released, I believe, the date is June 24th, 2012. I'm not 100% certain, I'm not gonna search it up right now. But that's when this was released. So this is a decently old video, you guys. This is, you know. So he's got it right here, and I mean, I couldn't help but realize the link right here, you guys. It's right here. So, and first off, I'm gonna go to here now. This is his calculations of everything, of what he's added up when it comes to, full screen so you can quickly take that all in. He nails down a lot, and you see all this 777 symbolism, 777, 777, 8, well, there's something to do with the number 55, 88, or 188, and 777. And I believe I've stumbled upon something amazing. Okay, so I took this exact frame. I'll go right here, and what I did is I flipped the image like Casey did. I flipped it like that, and then all I did, you guys, I went into edit, and then I clicked enhance. See, I clicked enhance. That's all I did. That's all I did. I didn't change this whatsoever. Okay? And it resulted in this image. I just brightened it up so you guys can see this blatant 5 in the middle of this egg. Now, anybody who knows anything about animation, I don't know much, but I know for a fact that every single little tiny frame, every pixel that is in a fucking, excuse my language, I apologize for that, that's getting a little hype there. Any video that you make, any animation, every single picture, or pixel, is purposely altered. Like, anything you put in a video when you're animating, it's put there for a reason. It's absolutely clear. Like, you have to, and if you don't, you can see spaces in between and stuff. That's how people fill in their, that's how people edit. That's just how it happens. Like, that's how it is. And, I mean, arguing against that is just, I don't understand it. But, anyways, I digress. So, right at 2 minutes, 33 seconds into this, the number 5 appears on this egg. And I believe that symbolizes God's grace. And the reason why I believe it symbolizes God's grace is this. You have this right here and this right here. Now what's coming down, coiling around? What's about to coil around this egg with the 5 in it? This serpent. This snake. Ouroboros. Coiling around God's grace. That is the symbolism in this frame. Because it comes at 2 minutes and 33 seconds into the video. And you would have to flip it. By the way, you do have to flip it, obviously, to see this. But that was put there for a reason, you guys. It has to be. There's no way it isn't. I mean, I can't, and especially when you go and you link up the fact that 2 minutes, 33 seconds into this, it shows that, and then you go 2 minutes, 33, this video that they're advertising together through 2013, or 2016.
Meet Nick. He's from North Dakota.
You know, this is all linked together. Now, I believe I'm going to show you how. Reset 2016. Oh, and another thing I gotta show you. This is the Anderson Cooper Sandy Hook. See, with the word grace right there, people were linking that to this as well. And to the iPet Goat video where it shows there's a little blonde girl. Shows that as well. Well, yeah, it all links into each other. And right here we have Molech. And if you know anything about this stuff, you guys, you know that's blatant symbolism right now. There. Okay, now that that's all said and done, I was sitting here with my buddy Matt the other day, and his video, or his channel is also, I'm also subscribed to his channel. Now, Matt is a good guy. We were sitting here researching, and he pulls up, straight from the CERN website, their restart schedule for LHC. And I did some looking, and I scrolled down, and I saw this, and I thought it was pretty peculiar. Mid-July, physics program to restart at the ISOLD facility and at the PS, photosynchrotron. Or, proton synchrotron, my bad there. Anyways, mid-July, ISOLD is starting again, okay? So, I did some researching, and I thought, ISOLD. Does that have any meanings whatsoever? And if you want to know, I don't know too much, like, I mean, I'm slowly understanding quantum physics, and I'm slowly teaching myself how all this stuff works, but I've got a relative grasp on it. If you want to teach yourself, or if you know more about this, and you want to take this and go crazy, and you want to break this down, please be my guest, because there's something to this. Okay, well, November 7th, 2007. So 7/11/07. So 7 times 11 is 77. 777. That's what you result with there. I clicked on this, and I've already brought it up. I got it up. I don't know why I brought it up again, but here is the explanation of what they did on November 7th, 2007. And they talk about studying this isotope 77GA, and I searched it up right here. Oh, first off, I didn't know what an isotope even was. Like, this is what I'm saying. I'm slowly teaching myself quantum physics. I'm not doing this through school. I'm doing this by myself, and I understand what they do with the LHC. I understand most of this stuff. They can split they can basically tear a veil in our reality, you guys. They can alter. They've got computers that are so advanced that we would never be able to, and literally, we would never be able to imagine what they can compute. Literally. No matter what. If we put all of our minds together, all 7 billion or 8 billion or however many humans are said to be on this planet, if we put every single one of our minds together and tried to come up with what these computers are computing, we wouldn't be able to do it in a lifetime. In our lifetime, in any lifetime. These computers are beyond our level. They're basically AIs. They're learning. They have learned. And they're learning more and more each day. Well, you can read that for yourself. I'm not really even going to get into it, because I don't really know what it means, but all I saw was the significance of the 77 and the date, and this is what isotope 77GA is. I don't know. You guys can, like I said, I'm presenting this information to you so you guys can hopefully explain to me, because I don't really want to delve into this too deep. I'm more focused on bringing to light what's going on quickly and getting it out there, and hoping to God that we can all pool our information together and figure this stuff out together. But anyways, there you go. That's what you need to know about that ISO thing. And this was the last thing on the timeline. It's basically saying that they've powered it up to a point where it's greater than they have before, I believe. Not too sure. Like I said, this is all my speculation and whatnot. And I find it funny. October 22nd. Anyways, you got that. Yeah, you got ISO, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like, this is what it looked like in the 60s, you guys. That's what it looked like in May of 1960. May 23rd, once again. Anyways. And, like, look at the technology, and do you think this isn't stuff that's, it's unbelievable, you guys. Okay, anyways. Where was I? CERN. ISOL. Yeah, ISOL. Okay, ISOL's restarting mid-July, right? Now, I did some researching, because each and every one of anybody who knows anybody about CERN, or anybody who knows anything about CERN, knows that each and every one of these big machines or programs or experiments, projects, whatever you want to call these things that they're doing, each and every one of these has a name based on either, I believe it's either Greek or Roman or a god of some sort. I mean, CERN, the name of the company CERN itself, that's Cernunos. That's this. Cernunos is the conventional name given in Celtic studies, or Celtic whatever. You know, it's right there, you guys. CERN, like 6, like, yeah, it's everywhere. Anyways, each and every one of these machines is given a name that is just, it's a god of some sort, like Alice. It's Alice has a lot to do with Alice in Wonderland going down the rabbit hole. But anyways, it's kickstarting mid-July. Now, I did some researching about the name Isolde, because it's got to have meaning, right? If it's in CERN, it's got to have meaning. Well, there was this Tristan and Isolde opera or music drama by Richard Wagner to a German libretto by the composer, based largely on the romance by Gottfried von Strasberg. Well, I just skimmed through the article. I didn't really go too into depth with this. It's basically about adultery and a multitude of other things. But the one thing that I found really, really peculiar is the fact that this opera or drama, this music drama, that appeared June 10th, 1865. Keep in mind that date is going to mean something here. This drama apparently influenced the Western opera and music drama or music scene. It had the biggest influence in all of our opera to date. Apparently, this is the play that did it. This is the play that, that's what this article, like I said, you can read this for yourself. That's what this stuff says. Now, it's, like I said, this stuff, we've been influenced since the beginning, since before I was alive, my parents were alive, their parents were alive, their parents. It goes on so deep, you guys, it's unbelievable. I'm thinking since almost the start of time, maybe. I don't know. It's just, something's up. Okay, so, this is the premiere date, June 10th, 1865. Now, keep in mind this Isolde at CERN is restarting, or the physics program is restarting at Isolde facility mid-July. Well, this is happening mid-July. I calculated this date, June 10th, 1865, to this date. How many days in between? And this is what I came up with, you guys. 55,188 days between June 10th, 1865, the premiere date of Tristan and Isolde, to Together 2016, or Reset 2016. Now, you don't think that's too crazy? Look at the weeks here. It's more. 8-8 symbology. Now, you guys, this is what I'm saying. There is a link between all of this, and this links right back to this. This is it all. It's all the same. There's got to be a reason this happens, because look at this. You calculate the date from July 16th, 2016 to, check this out, the inauguration day of the president is held on the 20th of January, or inauguration day is held on the 20th of January. Well, look at this. I'll exit out of this quick. Look at this, you guys. This is why I'm saying that date that I just presented you there, it has some meaning of some sort. It has to. There's no way it doesn't. So CERN is linked to all of this. It's 100%. Like, this is it. There's no way it isn't. It's all in our very dates, and it's all, like, this has to be calculated. You know how long ago that would have to be calculated? Before 1865, before 55,188 days ago, before 7,884 weeks ago. This is what I'm saying. Whatever is... Anyways, here. 20th. 2017. Get ready. There you have it, you guys. There's a link between all of this. Now, oh, excuse me. That should tell you if the mic level works properly. Now you look at all of the stuff that Casey has here, or Enter the Stars has. You look at all these, just, like, write this stuff down, you guys. If you guys aren't, write it down. And with all these videos that I post, if you are going to, if you're going to watch these videos and you're going to take this into consideration, well then, write this stuff down. And you tell me if this is just, if there is such thing as a coincidence. You tell me. Because now, not even now, I haven't thought that there's an actual coincidence out there for a long time. For a long time. I've known it deep down in my soul. Everything happens for a reason. Everything. It's unbelievable. Like, this goes so deep. But look at this. This is what I'm saying. Now, like, this links directly to this. This links directly to this. It's all the same, you guys. It's all the same. This is the reason they put this out here for us. This is the reason they put us, and this is what I'm saying. If more and more people spot this, we can figure out stuff like this. That this Together 2016 event, it's not good. It's not what we should be joining up for and signing up for. Just look at this. The event info. As I was saying with the 69 symbolism, there's 6 windows in that. There's 9 windows there. 6 here. Ouroboros. 8 there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, though, right? Like, look at this. The schedule for Together 2016. It's unbelievable, man. 9 to 11:30, they're going to be praying together. 11:30 to 1, learn together. 1 to 2:30. Look at this. Share together. 2:30 to 4 p.m. Love together. 4 to 9, you guys reset together. 2 Ouroboros. This isn't good, okay? This event happens from 9 to 9 this day. I'm pretty sure it's a 3-day event or 4-day event or something, but this is the main event of the day. This is the This is the main event, you guys. Whatever this is going to be, I believe that this is going to be something that sets off something large. I don't know what. I can't really... I'm having troubles narrowing it down here because a lot of people have a lot of different theories of what it's going to be, and I don't know. I honestly think it has some Egyptian symbolism because, I mean, you look at the Washington Monument. Hold up. This right here, this monument. The Washington Monument. Well, you look that up and you see that. God's grace being coiled, whatever. It's... I believe that this Washington Monument is possibly a signal tower of some sorts, a receiver of some sorts. Think about it. Those Egyptian pyramids, I believe that they are possibly... Richie from Boston presented this to me, and this archaeologist that he presented in a video showed this light to people. His theory is that the Egyptian pyramids they're power plants of sorts. Each one is a different power plant almost, and it's like it harvests energy. And you think about it, how many mummies are buried in those tombs, in those pyramids? It's got to be for some reason, and I believe it was they preserved the life or preserved the spirit or something. That's what I don't know my Egyptian, but I'm pretty sure that's what I learned in school or something, that mummies, wrapping them in that fabric or whatever, it preserves their life or something. Now think about that. I'm thinking about the Egyptian pyramids. It almost makes sense that would maybe be a power plant. Now there's this one pillar that this guy was talking about, and it's located near the pyramids, I believe. Excuse me. And okay, sorry, my cat keeps bugging me. And this pillar, it's not Egyptian built. Apparently, it's not. Apparently, this archaeologist says that it's not from Egyptians, but something else. And he thinks that this tower, which, mind you, if you find the video or whatever, maybe I'll probably mirror it at some point here. But this pillar is it's a signal tower of sorts. That he thinks, and he thinks it's directly connected to the pyramids. Well, think about the Washington Monument. If you've done your research, there's an obelisk in it, or an obelisk in the monument. And Ivy, leave me alone. My cat. Sorry, you guys. My cat loves me. She loves attention a little bit too much. There's an obelisk, and I believe that this Together 2016 event is going to be a ritual of sorts or something that gathers all these people in front of the Washington Monument to project their energy through that monument, possibly back to good old CERN. That's what I believe. I believe that they're going to use this Washington Monument as something to direct this energy over to said power plants or whatever they're trying to charge up. I believe that they're gonna harness the energy of our souls, of the human race, of whoever gathers around there, to try and power up something big. And I believe something big is going to happen. I mean, there's a lot of... we are in what I want to call... I don't want to call, but I mean... I believe we're in the end times of sorts, you guys. I believe that we're living the events that are going to bring the end of days. And possibly. Who knows? I could be wrong. I could be. About all this stuff. Could be wrong about a lot of stuff, but with everything pointing out things like this. Look at that right there, you guys. That number 3 times, and then that singular number once. Or, I mean 3 more times, sorry. But all that added together. So it's 3, like, the power of 3 times, and then 3 more times. Equals 6. 2016. This is the year we're in, you guys. This is the year we're in. That should be an eye-opener to people. The fact that this is the time we're living in. Anyways. Another thing I wanted to add is there's another event going on. And this is another place that is not good. It's being depicted as something, I mean, I remember 2-3 years ago, even when I was conscious, I wasn't fully conscious, mind you, but I knew something wasn't right about this world. Even a couple of years ago, I knew something was a little bit off about this, but I wanted to go to this at one point. I did. I believe it was Tomorrowland 2013, I believe I wanted to go to. This wasn't too long ago, you guys, and now I think about it, and from what I've learned about everything, this is just another harnessing of our energy. This is just taking our soul from us and corrupting it. And, like, look at this blatant symbolism right here. The Eye of Horus, sitting atop the monarch butterfly. This is what I'm saying, you guys. It's everywhere. It is everywhere. And I saw this symbol, Dreamville. I'm not too sure. I saw that somewhere. It was on another video I was watching, I believe, and it had something to do with satanic cult or something. You guys, if you know what this symbol is, this crescent moon, this symbol, please let me know. I mean, I'll probably Google it after this video here, but I'm pretty sure that has something. It's bad. One thing I wanted to point out about this whole thing, Tomorrowland, is it's a cashless event. They don't want you bringing your wallet to this event. They don't want you bringing any sort of it's completely cashless. You're not supposed to bring any cash-oriented currencies here. Now, this means that, as you can read here, I mean, they want you to use these pearls, the official Tomorrowland cashless currency, pearls. And the way you get these pearls is you set up one of these bracelets here. Set up this bracelet that you get, and I think you get it through the mail or something. I don't know how this all works, but you set up a Tomorrowland account, and basically that's like a PayPal account, I believe, and you transfer your money into this Tomorrowland account from your actual bank account. And once you do that, and then you activate your bracelet, and then once you do that, you can walk around this event with your bracelet on and just pay for things using your bracelet. And you know what? People may think that's cool and all. It's not. This is just more symbolism pointing towards the cashless society. The one world religion, one world government, one world leader, one world currency. Everything one world. That's what this is pointing towards. Now, I just realized something here. I believe there's a little symbol on the bracelet itself. I haven't watched this video, so I don't know. I haven't seen that until now. I'm not gonna look it up. I don't really want to. I want to point this out. But If you want to, search that up. But yeah, that's what it's a cashless event. Well, another thing I wanted to point out is this. This is their whole motto, if you will. Unite. The mirror to Tomorrowland. Now, if you know anything about satanic symbolism, occult rituals, whatever you want to call all that stuff, you know that the black mirror symbolizes bringing something into this world. It's a device used, I'm pretty sure, to, it's like a mirror into the abyss, into the dark world, into the nether realm, or whatever you want to call it. It's into those dimensions that CERN is trying to coincidentally break through and everything. Now, they have this. I haven't even watched this video. I'm just doing, like, right out in the open. I haven't watched the video, and I don't think I'm going to, just because I don't want to be, I don't want to bring this stuff into my life. If it does, you know, I don't know if it does or not, but, oh, I just realized that I'm pretty sure these are fig leaves. One second. I might be wrong, that's a little bit off. It kind of looks like it though, you guys. If so, I'm pretty sure that's a symbol of fertility. It's, yeah, I believe it's... Okay, well, I'm not too sure what it symbolizes, but anyways, I just noticed that as I was checking this out. Now you have this globe inside with these, looks like interconnecting, or what it says down here, these bridges between the world. And, you know, you got all this symbolism right here, and you don't even have to click play to see it, and it's just blatantly clear. They're using a black mirror of something, like this. Think about what this computer screen in front of you is. Think about what your cell phone screen is, what your TV screen is, what any screen is. It's some shady stuff, you guys. Anyways, scroll down a little bit. Unite, the mirror to Tomorrowland. Follow Tomorrowland live in Mexico, India, Japan, Colombia, Germany, South Africa, and Israel to be part of the madness. On Saturday, July 23rd, the second day of Tomorrowland, 7 countries will unite with the people of tomorrow in Belgium. I repeat, on July 23rd, the second day of Tomorrowland, 7 countries will unite with the people of tomorrow in Belgium. A live video connection will be made between Tomorrowland, Belgium, and Mexico, India, Japan, Colombia, Germany, South Africa, and Israel. Building bridges between Belgium and the rest of the world with a live connection from the Tomorrowland main stage, live DJ sets on the local Unite stage, and the unique magical Tomorrowland atmosphere. That's Unite, the mirror to Tomorrowland. People of tomorrow, get ready to unite. Now, it says that it's going to be building bridges between Belgium and the rest of the world with a live connection. So, you scroll back up to this image, and that's what they're doing. They're building bridges with a live connection. So, think about it. Bear with me. The most... I find this word to be absolutely absurd. Wireless. Look at, most of you probably have a wireless mouse sitting in front of you right now. and it probably has a USB device that you plug into the computer that you're using this mouse on, and that device recognizes that the mouse you're using connects to this computer. So it connects wirelessly, right? Wrong. There's no physical wires, per se, at all. Like, you can't fucking... excuse my language, I'm sorry. I'm working slowly on not swearing anymore. I'm trying to, cut that out of my life. Cut all negativity out of my life. Anyways, there's a connection still. There is still a connection. It may not be physically wired, but there is still a wire of sorts. It's a live wire. It's not necessarily... It's part of the fabric of our reality. It's a wave. It's an air wave. It's a radio wave. Whatever you want to call it. It's a wave of some sort. Well, they're going to be building bridges between Belgium and the rest of the world with a live connection, using those radio waves to connect from the Tomorrowland main stage. Live DJ sets on the local Unite stage and the unique, magical Tomorrowland atmosphere. Now that right there, basically what they're saying is they're harnessing energy. They are harvesting or harnessing or whatever you want to call it, whatever word you want to use, they are using our energy. They are taking it, they are absorbing it or something and transferring it across the world. Well, I think that they're going to be also trying to power CERN or something using this stuff. Because, I mean, it all links back to the same thing. I mean, look at this. Tomorrowland, 7 countries, and another thing, this is my numerology calculator. I still am having trouble gathering how to add up this stuff and how to really understand it, but just... Look at this. 666 in the vowels. Right there. That's in Chaldean. This is in Pythagorean. 777. It is a direct mirror of itself in the word. Right there. Now, this is what I'm talking about, you guys. This embeds into our very language. This stuff is all set up so perfectly. And and another thing, for those of you saying that this is the year of 69, there you go. You have to type in that full word, but you get, like I said, I don't know what this means, man, I don't. But it's blatantly clear that whatever Tomorrowland is, it's not good. Okay? So you got that. You got 7 countries here. July 23rd. And then, this is another thing too. One of these channels that I pointed out before, you guys should make a video about this, because I know there's something here. There's something in all this stuff. And I think I might be missing a couple things, but I'm doing my best to try and find the most. I mean, look at this in the background. That should be blatant enough. I'm not 100% sure how to decipher some of this stuff, but I mean, there you go. This is another event happening this month around the same time. And bear in mind, you guys, Bohemian Grove is happening during this month. This is the month of Bohemian Grove, where all those sacrifices and rituals and stuff do go on. And this is being promoted with it. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, But anyways, now I'm back to ranting. So I think with all that being said, I may just close the video there because we covered a lot through that. Yeah, I don't know. This, clearly there's something there, you guys. I mean, I wanted to make that clear. I tried, commenting on Enter the Stars' video about that freeze frame there. And, tried commenting on his video explaining this stuff, and he hasn't gotten back to me, and I don't know if it's because my comments were somehow sorted into spam or something, or what. I don't know, but I mean, all I was doing was trying to get this out, and I didn't have a way of, I didn't know what to do. Like I said, I'm a little technologically inclined, I don't know the word for it, sorry. I'm not too good with what I'm doing here. I'm trying to get better at it, so I struggled a little bit trying to get videos uploaded and stuff at the start, and that's why I haven't been able to put out this information yet. But I tried to. I was unable to get a hold of Enter the Stars to do so, so that's why I'm putting this out. And I hope that this finally reaches you guys. I hope to help you guys help others. I want to be part of this. I want to help you guys. I mean, and I want to help this world. And there's people here in Lethbridge that do the exact same thing. They want to help this world as well, and they want to get this truth out there as well. And we can come together as a community. It doesn't just have to be in the States. I mean, we can come together in Canada as well. We can come together all across the world. And like I said, this isn't the same. I'm not trying to push the same globalization agenda that everybody else is trying to push. I'm just trying to say that if we come together in a good cause, if you know deep down inside what's good and what's not, you know that things happening in our world right now, they're not good. And you know that there's evidence that shows of specifically that there's evil in this world. So, if there's evidence of that evil, then there's gotta be evidence of good, you guys, and this is the evidence. Me putting out this video, you guys inspiring me to do so, this is the evidence. This is what we need to spread. We need to combat this purge, if the funny word that I use there, this purge, if you will, that is just squeezing our world right now. We need to come together and spread love and hope to combat it, because that is the only way, that is literally the only way you can spread a positive light and outdo the negative. That's because think about it, you guys. And I've been thinking about this. I mean, with all this, down the road, you might literally have to get out of your city. You might have to flee with your families to go try and find somewhere safe to hide, safe to live, safe in the woods or something, somewhere off grid, if there is even such thing in this world. You might have to. And if so, you need to be ready. And not only that, but there's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to make some pretty drastic decisions. And again, it's all over in our media. Those of you, I don't know if anybody that is watching this video has watched the 100, but if you have or haven't, either way, I suggest you look that show up and you see the symbolism in that show as well, because that is, oh my god, I mean, it's everywhere from the AI in that show being called, its name is Ali, but it's spelled ALIE, a lie. Like, it's the symbolism is everywhere. I mean, there's a place in the 100. It's called Ton DC, TONDC, Washington DC. You see what I mean? There's a character named Lincoln, and his parents, his mom gave birth to him in front of the Lincoln Memorial after this apocalypse had happened and stuff, and after this crazy nuclear war, after everything was in ruins, the Lincoln Memorial was still standing well. This character named Lincoln was birthed in front of this. This is the symbolization that I'm talking about, you guys. There's a chick that owns the waters in the 100. I'm sorry if I'm ruining the show for you guys, but I'm just saying, I'm pointing out the symbolization. This is just from what I can remember. There's a chick in the show that she controls the waters. Her name's Luna. Luna. The lunar moon apparently controls the tides of our waters. Just think about this. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And it's right in your face. And like I said, there's gonna be a time down the road, I don't know when, I can't pinpoint this event or these events, but I'm trying to. And I will, if I find this out, I will let you guys know, don't worry. But there's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to make a drastic decision or drastic decisions. And it's gonna be something crazy, you guys are gonna be pushed to the limit here. And this is why I'm trying to spread the word, because people are going to need to have love and hope in them. They're going to need that good, because you can't be consumed by evil in that time. If you are pushed to make a drastic decision, and you have to protect your family, you have to know that that decision that you're going to make is going to be the right one. 100%. Because there are times where you may have to defend your family, defend it to a point where it comes to something very, very drastic, you guys. And if that time comes, like I said, you have to know that that is the right choice. Because think about it. Anybody can go and take a life. I could go, just bear with me with this example. I could go right now and take the life of a person who is hated by our whole entire world. Like, I can't even, I could, for some people, let's just use this as an example. No. I'm gonna use John Deere, that name right there. John Deere, he's hated by, this fictional person I'm talking about is hated by the whole entire world. I could go take his life right now. And, sure, it could have a positive effect on the world. The world, it could very well be happy. People would maybe be happy that John Deere is dead. But I, on the other hand, could walk away from that either scarred insanely, like going mad, sad, or depressed, and you know what, it might not hit me right away. I might be held as a hero for a while, and I might think that I'm the greatest person on this earth, until it finally hits me that I took somebody's life. No matter what, it was taking a life. It was combating negative with negative. That is what I'm saying. And even if it didn't affect me, maybe this John Deere guy, maybe he had family somewhere. This negative effect, it's a ripple effect. No matter what, it will hit something else. No matter what. Even if it takes years and years to do so. It'll do it. That's why I'm saying, any killing, any violence, even violence sometimes is crossing the limit. You guys, I mean, You don't always have to settle things with violence. We don't. And a lot of things aren't settled just with violence. A lot of things have been settled with peace, and not necessarily peace, but just walking away from something, or, something like that, or talking it out. Everything can be worked around. We don't have to revolve around negativity in our world. Like I said, for those of you pointing this information out for the rest of us, point it out in a positive light. Share it without a negative banter or whatever. And I'm not saying anybody does. I'm just saying keep this in mind here on out. Because this is something that this world needs to realize, because we're coming, like I said, to what I think is the end times. And a lot of other people think the exact same thing. And if that's the case, then we need to start doing good and spreading the light and positivity. And I hope that, and I pray, each and every day I pray that someday the light will be shone upon us all, and we will see things for what they are, and we will be able to combat the evil that is shadowing across this planet, and we will be able to see through the haze. That's I mean, really all I can amount it to. Like I said, this has been a very, very long video. I got some editing to do now. It's coming up on, 2 hours. I did not expect to have this long of a video. I might even have to split it up into 2 videos. One being the shoutout video, and the other being the information. I've really got to edit this stuff. But anyways, I thank you guys all, for those of you who will actually sit down and pay attention to all that I've said. I thank you so much. I mean, I give you my heart, and I hope that this opens somebody's eyes, because that's all I'm trying to do with this. I'm trying to get this world back spinning positively. That's it. That's all. And that's what everybody is trying to do that is associated with this. Like, we're all trying to figure something out and help. And if you guys figure out any ways that I can help down the road, if you guys see any information you want to point my way, if you anything, please comment, like, share this video, tell me, message me, whatever. I do have a Facebook that I don't use and haven't used for months now, but I'm thinking about maybe creating a social media account again, but I don't know. I think it may just all stem from YouTube, and I might just get other people to promote my stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but like I said, this is my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry that I jumped around so much, and yeah. Thank you once again. This is Through the Haze.